Lake Whitney. Impounded in 1951 for flood control on the Brazos River, this 23,000-acre reservoir is host to the 2021 Texas Team Trail Championship.
This is a clear water lake. It's very deep. The bass relate to bait, no doubt about it.
It's late fall, but you'd never know it. For the most part, fish are still in their summer pattern, and while locating them is a challenge, staying on top of them when you do is even harder.
Bites are few and far between for us.
A lot of the shad are moving. There's a lot of shad out in the main lake. A lot of stripers here, and I think a lot of those bass will just get with those schools of stripers and get off the bank and get out there and swim around.
They're here for 1 hour, they're gone the next. And I would even go to the extreme of saying they're there for 5 seconds and then they're gone. And it's just a timing deal.
We're fishing for 5 bites, 5 keepers in the boat.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Whitney's got them, if you can find them. And for those that do, there's more than $120,000 on the line, including a Ranger Mercury package for first and second place. We're also down to the wire on the Lucas Oil and Marine Team of the Year. Welcome to the last stop of the season. This is the Texas Team Trail Championship, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. It's late October, and the first cold front of the season pushed through last week, giving some relief to the Texas heat. But water temps are still in the 70s across the lake. This morning it's 74 at launch, and after a week of calm conditions, we're expecting winds near 20 for much of the day.
Day one, practice was pretty tough. We fished a couple days, the last 2 days, and very few fish. So I don't know, maybe we're just gonna have to do something different today and just go fishing, see what happens.
I don't know, they're talking about it getting pretty windy this weekend, so that'll make the lake fish a little smaller, but what we've seen is typical fall fishing. The fish are all spread out all over. There's some shallow, some deep, baits everywhere, so it's just gonna be whoever gets on that right wad of them.
Day one, tell me about it.
Our plans get luckier than everybody else. It's been pretty hard.
This event was previously scheduled for June, but more than 25 inches of heavy rain flooded the region in May, and the Corps of Engineers closed the lake for safety concerns. Less than 4 months ago, the whole area around Loafers Park was underwater. Getting down to business, we've got 88 teams qualified to fish this week for a total purse worth better than $120,000, including a Mercury-powered Ranger Z519 for the champs and a Z518 for second. And as always, there's a whole host of sponsor contingency money available, and it's worth checking out. For the details, TexasTeamTrail.com.
There really isn't a better trail out there in Texas as far as contingency money, down the board pay. I mean, a lot of tournaments you get in, you have to win to make any money here. You know, you just have a good showing and you're gonna make some money.
It's a great event. Payback is some of the best, and that's kind of why I fish it, because of the payback.
I've never fished no big tournaments like this. First time I ever done it.
Yeah, this is our first go around fishing a tournament series or fishing any tournaments really. So we decided this year we were going to compete and see how we can do, and to finish, you know, on top would really be a confidence booster and be a good way to start out our tournament fishing series.
Imhoff and London came into this event 5th in the Lucas Oil and Marine Team of the Year standings, but the leaders had a conflict this week and couldn't make the event, automatically moving everybody up 1 spot in the standings. The race to the championship in the Lucas Oil and Marine Team of the Year was a long one, and with the weather conditions the trail faced this season, it was even more difficult. After the February freeze canceled the first event on Rayburn in February, the Texas Team Trail kicked off the season in March on Lake Amistad.